She's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for Black Ink Crew, Season 6, Episode 12. It was an interesting episode. I want to run through the little bullshit of it all to get to the whole Genesis conversation, which was really, really, really good. So we see, how old shit gets to Atlanta to see Nikki because Nikki was having issues with the pregnancy. And, we found out that she did not have the baby yet. They gave her medicine to stop the contractions. And so, of course, Oshit is happy about that. He gets to the house and, of course, they're kissing and hugging and they both say how they miss and love each other. We see that she is pregnant. Okay, she has a full pregnant belly, so no one can say that she was not pregnant. Nikki just saying how she was so worried, how she was so scared that she really just wanted Oshit to be there, and him also saying how he just miss and loves his wife. And, they basically make up and say they want to be a family, raise the baby together. And he's saying how, they could figure out all their issues later. But for right now, they're just happy to be with each other. And I think people forget when Oshit first brought that girl there, he was in love with that girl. So anyone making it seem as if, oh, he's so dumb to be talking to her still, or he's so dumb to go back with her, that's that man's wife. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he married her. At the end of the day, no one can say that since he's gotten with Nikki that he has not changed for the better. Like, no one can say that because everyone knows how crazy Oshit was before Nikki, and he really is more responsible now. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying that Nikki perfect. I ain't saying there wasn't skeletons in her closet that made everyone wonder, the cast, also the viewers. But at the same time, that's that man's wife. He loved that lady. And if his wife called him and tell him that she 8 months pregnant and he believe her, that's that man's life. And we can't say nothing other than that. Back in New York, we see everybody basically down her story. Sky is saying how she not even really pregnant. You know what I'm saying? She not pregnant. She lying. She probably got pillows in her stomach. Saying how she lied before. She's a liar. And I feel like that's bullshit for Sky to say because Sky don't even really know Nikki. She's based off of one time when Nikki said that she's fully black. Well, that ain't true because she got a white mama. And we all know if a person is mixed, if they consider themselves black, they consider themselves black. Well, she said all black. Well, so goddamn what? We all mixed with something, but if you identify as black and you have a black parent, goddamn what you black. Leave it at that. She even brings up how Nikki said that she did not have any other children, but then that lady came and said that she had a 2-year-old kid too that she abandoned. I don't think we ever got to the bottom of that. It was more of an accusation more than it was the facts. But I'm like, Sky need to shut up because people have questioned her whole backstory with her and her kids ever since it's been out in the open. So I feel like when Sky questions other people, you should shut up because you don't want people doing that to you. So why would you do that to somebody else? But it is what it is. We then see Bae come in and now that she's married she's getting engaged. Bae come in telling them that she's engaged and that she wants to get married and that she wants to actually get married in a few weeks. She wants a shotgun wedding. Okay, if you say so. We see Sky, sees them meet up. Basically, he's saying how he gonna have Genesis come to town, put him in a nice hotel, show him around, to kind of make him have fun, kind of show him the great times of New York versus coming in to chit chat. And at this point, Sky say, I don't think it's even a good idea for you and him to meet, you know what I'm saying? Because it's already crazy, I know I said yes before, but now I'm saying don't do it. And she's saying how she just doesn't feel comfortable with how her and Genesis' relationship is for C's to meet him with her and him so beefed out. He basically said that he gonna do it anyway, and she leave and she's mad. I feel like if she's saying don't do it, he should respect her opinion. At the same time, I think it's a thing of C's trying to show that. I think it was a way of C's to have it to where if Genesis see this show, he'll see his mom was trying to reach out to him in different ways. You know what I'm saying? He can see, well, dang, she knew our relationship was so fucked up that she sent him to talk to me because she really wanted a relationship. I feel like that could have been the reason Cease did it. So I just need her to kind of just shut up. Funny scene of Walt on a date with that girl Brittany, and that goddamn lady brought a fucking turtle to the date, and talking about she couldn't find a sitter and the turtle sick. Do turtles get sick? Like, it was dumb. You know, it was a very dumb scene. It was very funny, only because they put the damn turtle on the pool table while they were having fun playing other games or whatever, and then the damn turtle jumped off the pool table. The turtle tried to commit suicide. The turtle needed to be on suicide watch. That's what I thought to myself. Oh my God, the turtle literally, we didn't see it fall. It could be that somebody took the turtle and put it on the floor. What I know is the turtle was on the pool table, and next thing I know, it was on the floor. So to me, it bungee jumped to try to kill itself. And you know, oh my God, my turtle. And she tried to kiss the turtle, tell Walt to kiss the turtle. He don't want to kiss the turtle. She then kissed the turtle and tried to kiss him. And she like, nope, I ain't gonna do that. Nope, you ain't gonna give me no goddamn bump. And, you know, she goes to the bathroom and he just basically put the turtle back on the pool table, surround it so that it can't fall off again, and he leaves her there. I thought that was funny. We then see oh shit calling everybody, telling them that Nikki did not have a baby yet. And Walt is jokingly saying how she's not even really pregnant. You know, we have this that they looking at him the phone like he dumb. And you know, he tells them how him and Nikki basically argue back together and try to work it out. And at first he's like, you know, what the fuck, you know, it's a work decision, you dumb as fuck. But I feel like you stayed with Duchess for 6 years, and I feel like Duchess was 100 times worse than Nikki, solely because they knew Duchess and told you to stop fucking with Duchess and you didn't listen. Y'all don't know Nikki, but y'all judging Nikki based off one or two little things. So my thing is, C's can't ever tell anybody how they dumb for dealing with anyone, because you literally let Duchess basically fuck up your relationship with your friends. You got beefed out with everybody. You lost your friendship with Puma and why can't I think of her name right now? Who was with Puma? The damn Wonder Twins. Whatever her name was. I can't think what it is right now. I'm very upset I can't. But the girls from the first season. It was Puma and the best friend girl. And so you basically ruined that whole situation based on some bullshit with Duchess. So I think it's, see, you can't say shit about shit's marriage to Nikki. You can't. So just hush it up. So, but on the phone, he said, you know what? Great. Have fun with it. You know, do what you have to do. He doesn't feed into saying what he really, really feels. I felt like he was going to say, the last time I talked shit about the girl, shit got pissed at me, so I'm going to let him be happy. I feel like shit going to see this and be pissed off at what they said. We seen that he posted on IG last week. He was talking about anybody who got an issue with me, talking shit about my daughter, talking shit about my wife, I ain't having it. You know, whether you are a cast member or whoever, I'm done. And I feel like he has every right to say that, because you don't want people really going at your marriage when they supposed to be cool with you. And, you know, Walt responded to a little bit on IG saying, well, you know, I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and I'm there for comic relief, and I say stuff about everybody, not just one person. And Walt does. Walt crack jokes on every situation. That's what he do on the show. But I feel like anyone who's saying something now, you know, that they see him and Nikki literally are married, living in Atlanta. He's working at the tattoo shop in Atlanta. He do go between, you know, from Atlanta to New York or whatever, but they are literally married and supposedly happy. So I do feel like he can go off if he sees someone saying something today. He can't talk shit about what they said on the show, because that was then, at that point in time, they did not know. And they had jokes, so it was with us. Anywho, Skyman, so, you know, that ain't even his baby. And, you know, Nikki fuck everybody. Bitch, how do you know? How do you know? And you can't say Nikki fuck everybody when the only person that you know she fucked was oh shit, girl. And you was out there in goddamn Korea fucking that Asian dude who was a stranger. So just shut up, Sky. And I feel like they all just need to, like, let it go. No one on the show can talk about anyone else's relationship, because no one has a great relationship. You know what I'm saying? They all have their issues. But, you know, it is what it is. We then see C tell Sky, hey, guess what? I know you told me don't meet up with Zilla. Says, but he called me back and we're gonna meet up, and I need you to just let me do it, let me help you fix the situation. And she crying and saying, okay, I don't care. I kind of don't feel bad that she crying, because I feel like Sky does be wanting attention for certain stuff. I know she hurt because of them kids and how her son felt about her. I know that for a fact. But I told y'all, Sky pissed me off the last 2 episodes. Well, no, the last 3 episodes. So I ain't over it yet. She's still on my radar of bullshit. We see Bae go dress shopping, even though she's not told Rob that she wants to get married in 2 weeks. She bought a couple of dresses. Oh, no, not bought. She looked at a couple of dresses. I like the first and second dress. The third dress that they loved, I hated. So I'm like, y'all style is just all off. Then we see them in the bodega shopping, grocery shopping. I'm looking like, y'all ain't got a real grocery store in New York? Like, y'all just had the bodegas? Cause she was buying all, he had no cart or nothing. I was just so confused. And she then, as she's picking up food and talking or whatever, she says, and I want to get married in 2 weeks. And he's like, wait, what? She gonna say what? And she's like, oh yeah, I want to get married in 2 weeks, just to get it over and done with, so that I'm not, big and pregnant or whatever. And he like, look, I love you and I want to marry you, as soon as possible. He's like, but we can't do it in 2 weeks. Like, we have to include our families and we just have to do it right. And she's like, I can't believe he said no to me. I can. You can't even get your mama there in 2 weeks. So just calm down, just calm it down. So we see that whole thing. We see that Nikki has the baby. She was in labor for 36 hours. She had a baby girl. They named her Nova Ray Duncan. Shit looks happy. Nikki looks happy. The baby was born. The baby is healthy. The baby was was of course premature. It was, about a month premature. But weighed about, I think they said 6 pounds. That we do know, because I do follow shit on IG. They announced the baby a while ago. So that's how I knew that she had the baby. Healthy little baby girl, cute little baby girl. He also posted pictures of, his other kids and how they all look like him. So people who were saying like, oh, that ain't his kid, just because a person, get pregnant while y'all together and y'all break up, it don't automatically mean the person lying. I still would have gotten a DNA test just in case, what I'm saying? Just because that's what I do. Not that's what I do, but that's what I would do. But, he loves his wife. He's happy about his baby girl. I don't know. I think he has, that's 1, 2, 3. It's like his 5th or 4th kid. I don't know. And let's hope he just makes better decisions and he can keep his marriage together. And we just have to wish his family, his baby, health and happiness or whatever. I don't really care. I think Nikki and shit has not been through anything worse than what other castmates have been through. You know what I'm saying? The bullshit that C's and Dutch went through was crazy as shit. And they stayed together for 6 years. Ted always been single. He just out here slutting it up. Sky been slutting it up as well. What's the girl name? Mel and her fake ass husband, the whole tax that stuff. All of them people didn't had crazy shit going on, so we can't, or they can't be like, act like, oh shit, being with his wife is the craziest thing ever. Leave that lady alone and that man alone, and that'll be what's gonna be. Genesis. So C's and Sky is on their way for Caesar to meet up with Genesis. Now Sky is not coming in, but she's just riding along for the ride. And she's saying how she feel like C's might be able to get Genesis to open up, because one, he's a stranger and he just might, talk to him more than he'll talk to anybody else. And she said she felt like, because C's won't get in his head how his father did and how Duchess did. I completely agree. So, when he get in there, Genesis has a very tense energy. Like, he consistently looks like he's just about to fight. And I think that doesn't mean he's a violent. I think that boy got a lot of built up anger and hurt and resentment, and that all came out with him talking to C's. Even when C's sat down and said, it's like looking at your mama. He like, nah, you looking at Genesis. It's a thing of he can't even see how much he looks like his mom. And that someone saying that isn't saying that he's any less Genesis and any more Sky. It just means you look like who birthed you. And it could be a thing of the amount of hurt and pain and even hate that you have for her could be radiating through your skin because y'all like fucking twins. Like, it's crazy how much, like, people even see me and my mom, we look just alike. Like, we even sound alike sometimes, where if I answer a phone, people don't realize that it's me, and vice versa. So, you know, say how he's trying to basically build a relationship with him. He like, I'm not here to tell your mama innocent. I'm not here to bash your mom or tell you that you or her was right or wrong, but I'm trying to build something between me and you so that hopefully you and your mom can come to a better situation later. And Genesis said, I don't know you. I don't want to get to know you. I don't need no relationship with you. Now, at first, Genesis was very tough. You can tell he had his guard up. You can tell that he was ready for whatever. Okay, he really didn't care. And I feel like he then asked, see, you know, it's been 15 years, you know, she gave us up. You know, you got kids. Would you give your daughter up? And he was like, you know, but I'm not your mom, and you know, I didn't have her life. He's like, nah, fuck that. Would you give your child up? And he said, no, I wouldn't. He like, but again, my circumstance and hers was different. Like, I don't, you know, he like, it's two different things. And, you know, C say, you know, your mom, I know your mom. I've known her for a while. You know, I knew her before. You know, he said, I know things she's been through, whatever. He says, your mom has been trying to fix her life to get back to y'all. Genesis said the most realest shit I don't think anybody ever said to Sky. He said, you know, for 15 years, it took her 15 years to fix her life. He like, it's 365 days in a year. How much longer does she need? I said, now that is so true. Everyone kept saying, you know what, you know, she gave him up or whatever. But I think it was a thing of, this boy is hurt because his mother gave him up. It ain't about nothing else besides that. Because he said, you know, he said, you know, I can admit your mom, I'm not perfect. And I'm not trying to say she's perfect. He's like, but I think y'all can get to a better place if you allow it to be that way. And, you know, at this point, Genesis is crying. Like, I mean, like, tears coming down, snot. At this point, I'm crying, like, tears in my eyes, you know, because he said, you know, all this time, you know, she gave us up, you know what I'm saying? I could never forget, you know, I was 6 years old. She raised me for 6 years, and then she gave me up. He then said, you know, I never wanted to hit my mother. Talking about the first time they met up. I didn't want to hit her. He's like, because the truth be told, if I wanted to put my hands on her, I could have did that. I really could. And it's true. It's true. If he wanted to, he could have. He could have snuffed her. But at the same time, it did seem like he was trying to fight her. But he's saying if he wanted to hit her, he could have, and he didn't. He just said, you know, I don't forget, you know, she gave us up. I was 6 years old, and she never looked back. She never came. He said she never looked back, and that was the thing. He's hurt because his mother gave him up, and in 15 years, never looked back to be like, how are they? You know what I'm saying? And that was that boy is hurt. It was this scene is completely different from the one he had with Sky. The one he had with Sky, I think the issue was Genesis wanted to talk to Sky. Genesis wanted to get everything that Genesis was saying to C's, he wanted to say to Sky. But Sky was so busy, I think in Genesis' mind, defending her actions. And she wasn't listening to what he needed to get out. That he got frustrated and it just erupted. You know what I'm saying? And they weren't able to have this conversation because, you know, in this scene, there was a point where C's and Genesis were talking and he took his glasses off, moved the table out the way, which made C's feel, hell, and me too, they finna fight. And he started being real. So, you know, it's all, you know, it's 365 days in a year. You know, she gave us up. You know, I've watched her all these years. He said, I was in prison, in jail, watching her get a new ass, watch her get new titties, watch her get a new pussy. I saw all of that. She's so busy on TV doing this and this, but she didn't have the time to call me, and just make this one phone call. You know, she didn't do anything. You know, all I wanted was an explanation. And he was talking, and C's wasn't trying to defend Sky, because that ain't what Genesis need. He don't need anyone to come to him and try to defend Sky. He just wanted someone to hear his hurt and his pain, because he said all I wanted was my mama. And for 15 years, I didn't have her. She wasn't there. She didn't call me. She didn't care about me. She gave me up, and she never looked back. And I'm like, he is bearing his soul. Because he cried. When you see a boy on TV crying with the snot coming out his nose, and he kept, wiping his face, it was such a real moment. And I think it's a moment that Scott gonna have to understand. The way she's been acting on TV all these years is kind of what he brought up. She been on TV doing all this stuff and being all this stuff. She can't use the excuse of she's been trying to get her life together, because you've done things on this show and you've done all these things, but you ain't never reached out to me until all this time later. I think he felt like she had a piece of her life back together before now, and even then she wasn't thinking about them. And the reason he said it is because for 15 years I see her on TV doing stuff, hanging out, having fun, and she ain't thinking about us. She had her life together in some form or fashion, and she wasn't thinking about us. I'm like, the first scene of with him and Sky, I think so many people, even myself, kind of said how he was angry and mean, and I don't think I villainized him, but I think I understand him more now, because he bared his soul and he talked to C's in a way that he couldn't talk to his mother, because I think he feel like when I talk to my mother, she gonna just defend herself and say, well, I had to, and I'm so, and that ain't what he needs. Sky do need to talk to Genesis, but she need to just shut up. She need to sit there and listen to what he has to say. And her explanation, she can't give an excuse. You know what I'm saying? She can't say, well, I did it because of this, I did it because of that. I think all she can say is, I wish things were different. I wish I would have called sooner. I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I gave y'all up trying to give y'all a better life, and then I did move on with my life, and I fucked up by not reaching out. You know what I'm saying? I think she can say that to make him know that even though he feel like you gave me up and didn't give a fuck about me after that point, in some way make him know I did give a fuck. I just didn't do it right. I fucked up. Sky needs to admit that she fucked up and not say, I lived here and I lived, because Genesis don't care about how hard her life was. He doesn't. And a kid who's given up for adoption has the right to feel what they feel. And the adoptive parent at times have to accept, the birth parent at times have to accept the hurt they have. And Genesis is hurt. That boy misses mama. I think he see that he looked just like her, and it's hard for him to understand she gave me up and she didn't look back. And when he said, I was in jail, he said for 15 years, nothing. No call, no nothing for 15 years. But I had to be in jail watching her get a new ass, get new titties, and get a new coochie. That has to be traumatically heartbreaking as a child, to know your mama on TV trying to live her best life and get a whole new body, but she ain't called you not once. You know what I'm saying? And I think the reason he's more upset is because now she's calling. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if you give a kid up and you don't want to be bothered with them. You know what I'm saying? You're not saying it affected you in any kind of way. I think the fact that Sky then came out and said, oh my God, it affected me in such a way. I can't believe I did it. I missed him. I loved him so much. But you didn't reach out at all for all them years. And you kind of knew where they were. And so that's why Genesis is pissed off. And I think his daddy and Duchess got in his head, which made his little bit of pissed offness be a whole lot of pissed offness. I think they did get in his head a little bit, but we can see, I can see, he don't hate his mom. He is hurt by her. And he don't want to fight his mom. He wants to hug her. But he feel like, if I let her back in, what if she just leave again? You know what I'm saying? I think he has that in him. And it was just so, he said, for 15 years I wanted my mom and I didn't have her. He crying saying it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, And, C's was listening to him and telling him, I feel like if y'all talk, if you just talk to her, you know, y'all can have some kind of, y'all can mend it, or he said y'all can fix it or mend the story, or fix it or something like that. And, you know, y'all can talk and move on from it. Meaning y'all can move on from this past hurt that both of y'all have. And he said, you know, and in the end, you know, it's greatness waiting on you. I mean, it was powerful. It really was, because that boy is hurting. And I like how, you know, when C's then said, you know, real talk, do you want to talk to your mom? And he said, I don't know. Because he don't know. He don't know. This is the first time he's probably said his feelings on camera. And he probably feel like, well, damn, I put all my cards on the table. So I don't know if I'm even ready to talk to her yet. I do feel like they're going to talk. I feel like it's going to be either the end of this season or next season. They're going to have a conversation. But that was the whole episode. You know, went off for him saying that he don't know if he wants to talk to her. But I feel like he will. And I feel like Sky has to go in there in the right mindset. She can't go in there as Sky. She can't even go in there as Sky. She has to go in there under as whoever the fuck her real name is. If her name is Jigaboo Monkey, she need to go in there as Jigaboo Monkey. She can't go in there as her persona. She can't do that. She has to go in there and be that boy's mama. Okay, she has to have an open and honest conversation and accept his feelings. Okay, and I feel like once she go in there, and she can't go in there dressed up all fancy, well, she can't do any of that. She got to be as bare as she can be, and I don't mean bare as in naked. I mean, she can't all the weave and shades and long nails and boobs out. She can't do none of that. She got to go in there as a regular person trying to talk to her son and have an honest conversation. And I think it'll work if she listened to him and don't try to make excuses. Like, don't let him think you trying to make an excuse. So, but yeah, I loved the end of it. I really did love seeing Genesis have that kind of breakthrough moment. And it was cool that it was with C. You know what I'm saying? It was a cool thing. So yeah. But that is the end of my review. It is 2 a.m. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And then once you subscribe, make sure that the little bell. The bell lets you know when I have a new video up. But other than that, I am Jake Lee. This is Jaylee's Corner. Peace.